it's just incredible. Like, you hear all sorts of stories about, you know, all sorts of fly balls hitting out here, you know, babe hit the wall, all sorts of things, and now you're standing on top of it, so it's incredible.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
There you go. There you go. Oh! Well, how'd you make the catch? Sort of give us a recreation.
I think it was coming in and just swipe.
Just like Little League.
Just like Little League, exactly.
Now, you came away with the ball? Let's see it. Where is it?
I gave it to Nelson.
You gave it to Nelson?
I did. Oh, that's really nice.
We see it really got through her hands, and then she made the nice catch, and I kind of got right
So
on.
a team effort.
Team effort, but she's the real skill right there.
She should get the credit.
She gets the credit.
But you get the ball.
I get the ball.
That's not bad.
I'll take it.
This mitt was last worn in 1989.
So you dusted it off for tonight.
I knew these seats were prime territory. We came early for batting practice. This is a Shea Hillenbrand masterpiece that he hit up here. And
Where'd it land?
right over there in section 4, row 3, and I dove for it. Somebody hit me from behind, but I was able to get through it.
So it was more the fleet-footedness than your quick glove that made the day there.
Yeah, it was my special. I work out a lot, so I'm quick.
All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
I'll tell you this, if you do sit up there during batting practice, you better be ready to pay attention because those balls get up there in a hurry.
They do. They need some police up there, like in Japan. I went on an all-star tour there, and they have people with whistles. They give out whistles, and they give out helmets. They might need to do that.
Hey, by the way, tonight, Jerry Remy's going to have company calling the game along with Don Orsillo because you can see where they're calling the game from tonight. And Jerry's in there somewhere. You can...
He's got the hat on. Look at the
He's got the
people
hat
up
on. There he is. Can't even recognize him dressed like that, huh?
With a coat. Yeah, he looks like a rock star.
So they're going to have a lot of fun tonight. It'll be interesting, though, watching the game because that's a brand new perspective for those guys.
Well, that's what Donnie was saying. He says it's going to be a little awkward to, you know, how do you make a call? There's a fly ball coming at us. It's a home run.
Well, what's going to be great is if somebody actually hits it up there and they catch it.
Oh, I know. That would be. Yeah,
I don't think Donnie can catch it, though. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to Dan Shaughnessy about Jeff Bagwell, the one that got away. And a little later, we'll talk to Jerry up in those monster seats. And now it's time for our Mike's Hard Lemonade discovery of the day. And on this date, back in 1976, Red Sox pitcher Rick Wise allowing just a third-inning single as the Red Sox shut out the Minnesota Twins 5-0. Wise went on to throw another one-hitter 2 weeks later in a 2-0 win against the Orioles. Time now to go down to the field again at Fenway Park and bring on Dan Shaughnessy. And we're going to talk to Dan about Jeff Bagwell as Bagwell is back in Boston.
The Red Sox were a big thought for me. I mean, it looked like it was a perfect fit. It was almost like they were waiting for me. That's how I felt. You know, I was like, man, this could be perfect. Wouldn't it be great to have had the career I had with Houston and Boston? I mean, yeah, I think of that sometimes because it's, you know, my childhood team and still my team, except for tonight.
Well, the one thing for certain, Dan, is when the Red Sox trade away Jeff Bagwell for Larry Anderson, it gives all of us something to talk about, not just for a year, but for probably 3 decades.
Yeah, it's one of those deals that we resurrect from time to time, and of course with the Astros coming to town, you had to bring it up. But, you know, as you well know, we're still talking about deals from 1920, so the fact that this one's only 15 years old, we're still going to talk about it.
Danny, let me ask you this, in all honesty. If you had it to do over again and you were Lou Gorman, would you make that deal?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't have made it then. You can only take that win-now situation so far when you have good prospects, and Larry Anderson was not the equivalent of getting, let's say, Mike Boddicker. They traded Kurt Schilling and Brady Anderson for Mike Boddicker, and no one ever minded that because Boddicker delivered 2 division titles or was a big part of 2 division titles after that. So you don't worry about a deal like that. But when a guy comes in for 6 weeks and does very little and then walks as a free agent and you give up this great prospect, it's not a deal you do every time.
But does that same reasoning hold true right now? I mean, the Red Sox in a similar position. They need a closer. They need somebody for that bullpen. Is Dan Shaughnessy and Bob Ryan and Bob Rogers, Bob Lobel, we're all going to criticize Theo Epstein when he trades away one of those prospects that somewhere down the line turns into a Jeff Bagwell.
Right. There are deals that, you know, I mean, John Smoltz was traded for Doyle Alexander, and at the time it was a tricky thing, but Doyle Alexander went and delivered for the Detroit Tigers, got him into the playoffs, which is what they wanted at that time. Who knew about Smoltz. The thing with, right now, I think that if you get a player that helps you get to the next level, get into the playoffs, you're not going to quarrel with it. But when Bagwell was traded, their own people, many of them, were banging their heads against tables because they knew some of the people in the Red Sox system at that time, on that day, were aware of what they were giving up. And you don't give up those kind of players for a short-term 5 or 6 week lift.
Dan, speaking of Jeff Bagwell right now, I mean, this guy is in probably one of the biggest slumps of his entire career. He's got 139 at-bats with a home run. Is there concern, do you think, in Houston?
I think with an aging player, there always is. You wonder about things, but I think he's been such a solid player all these years, and that's their problem. We don't worry about that too much, but as Sox fans, no doubt hope it keeps going for a few more days here.
I think it's very interesting to have you on to talk about this next issue with Sammy Sosa. The Associated Press apparently, I guess, offended the Players Association and the Latin players by the way they reported on Sammy Sosa. Tell us a little bit about this and what you think about it.
Well, I think that the perception was, Sammy's dealing in a second language when he's speaking English, and, I admire anyone who can do that. That's one of the things about Pedro that's so great is he speaks English so fluently and he understands our language so well that I really admire that, since I have no capacity to do that, and most of us don't. Sammy's more like an everyday guy who's been here a long time, but still struggles with our language. So I think that the PA thinks that he was made to look stupid by being quoted verbatim, and it's a thing that they're now trying to. I don't know how you can have a boycott of Associated Press reporters, because most of the ball players don't know which guy is which. Particularly wire service guys do not have high identities, and it's going to be a hard thing for them to enforce.
Well, I can see, Dan, how the Players Association is so upset about this, because it's not only diminishing the game and a superstar, but it's just wrong to make a player look like that. And you said it so well in that I can't speak a bit of Spanish, and if I were to go to Spanish to somewhere, Dominican Republic, and be quoted, it'd be awful.
You and me both. They'd be laughing at us forever. So yeah,
it's just a bad situation. I cannot believe that happened.
It is unfortunate, and I don't know the particulars of it. I didn't see the original stories, but clearly it was enough to get the attention of the PA and to make them do some action.
All right, Danny, thanks very much.
Thanks, fellas.
Dan Shaughnessy from the Boston Globe, as always, giving us some very interesting insight. I still think you do that trade, by the way, Jeff Bagwell for Larry Anderson, but that's just me. But we'd like you to log on right now to boston.com/sports. I'm sure someplace there you can tell us whether you'd want to do that trade or not. And while you're there, we want you to answer tonight's poll question at boston.com/sports. And tonight after the ball game, we'll have the results on this. Should the Red Sox try to get Oogie Urbina? Quite simple. What do you think? We'll have the results tonight on WB Mason's Extra Innings. And up next, we go above the monster, into the monster seats, and we'll talk to Jerry Remy about Ryan Roop. That's next. Welcome back, everybody. Down in our Fenway Park studios, it's Bob Rogers and Bob Tewksbury. And usually at this time, we say Jerry Remy up at the broadcast booth alongside Don Ursillo. Tonight, though, Jerry's out with the fans above the wall in the monster seats to call tonight's game. And, Jerry, first of all, you got the right look. I mean, I hope you have your glove, too.
Yeah, Adam brought a glove up here with him. I'll tell you, if something comes up this way, I'm ducking.
What do you think of that perspective?
It's different. It's really something special. You look out on the field, you really feel like you're right on top of everybody. You stand over here, watch Lowe warm up in the bullpen prior to the ball game. So it's different. It's really a nice look.
It's going to be a neat perspective tonight, and to hear your commentary on it. I want to ask you about last night, Jerry. Miserable conditions. I mean, Ryan Roop comes out in those conditions, had to wait around to pitch with his new ball club. I was just so impressed with the way he conducted himself and the way he pitched.
A lot of pressure on him last night. Here's a guy that during spring training had some problems, obviously. Goes to Pawtucket, pitches tremendous baseball in Pawtucket, gets called up, makes his first start for a new team, has a rain delay to deal with, has lousy conditions all night long, and pitched a very good ball game. For the first time in a while, last night was a game where you got the good solid start, you got the 2 innings of relief from your setup guy and Mike Timlin, and you got the close by Lyon. It was almost like a normal baseball game, and we haven't had too many of those. So it was a nice start for Roop, and a nice way to get his feet wet with the Red Sox. Now we'll see whether he stays in the starting rotation or goes back into the bullpen.
Yeah, Jerry, I think you're right. I don't think that people understand how difficult that outing was yesterday for a starting pitcher with the rain delay. As an everyday guy, you guys kind of go through the routine, and it's just, all right, whenever we play, we play. But as a starting pitcher, everything's predicated upon when you start to warm up, if you get a massage, what do you do before the game, and you got to clean your spikes and all that. and it was a very difficult outing. I loved his composure, and the presence on the mound last night was outstanding, and he pitched great in some very bad conditions.
Well, Bob, I enjoy a massage whether they play or they don't play. But, you know, you're right. You come to the ballpark on a day like that, you don't even know if they're going to play the game. You know how it is in the clubhouse. You know, they're taking it off, they're not taking it off. We're going to start in a half hour, we're going to start in an hour and a half. So it's disrupting. There's no question about that, and you're right, more so for the starting pitcher of that day. So that was a very impressive performance, and certainly something the Red Sox needed. A little bit boost from somebody new, and they got it last night from Roop.
Jerry, how hard is it to play on a night like that when it's misting the entire night? I thought, you know, Joe Gigliotti's always a tough official scorer, but it's some of those balls last night, not just with the balls itself, but your footing. I mean, I would imagine it's a brutal night to play.
It is brutal, but, you know, I think it's good for hitters. I mean, if you're a ground ball hitter, it's terrific because you can skid that ball through the infield. I never mind hitting on nights like that, but I hated everything else. It's terrible to feel the ball. For pitchers, it's got to be absolutely miserable. It's lousy for the outfielders, and it's lousy for the fans to sit there and have to watch a game through that. But the great fans we have here, they certainly did. They stayed around. They watched the whole game, and yeah, we made it through. We got a better night tonight.
Jerry, all I ask you is that if there's a ball up there, you've got to get it. You can't let Donnie get it.
No, I'm ducking. I'm not even going to try.
Jerry, we'll be hearing about it all year if Donnie gets it.
He won't catch one.
Then knock him out of the way, will you?
All right.
Jerry Remy, thanks a lot.
Okay.
The Rem Dog above the monster tonight, and log on to the RemyReport.com to find out what Jerry thinks about calling the game from that perspective tonight on NESN. Tomorrow on the Boston Globe, pick up the Globe. Maybe they'll be writing about Don and Jerry above the monster. Also, Bob Ryan and Jim McCabe report from the U.S. Open. Plus, one of the best sections in the Boston Globe, the All-Scholastic Report. And the Red Sox and Astros at Fenway Park. It's all in the Boston Globe tomorrow.
Blocked a couple of times, but yeah, this will be a little bit different, and hopefully tonight Derek Lowe can keep this thing going for the Red Sox.
Derek Lowe on the mound tonight for the Red Sox. We're back at Fenway with the first pitch after this. Tonight, blue skies above Fenway. The lights are on, and the Red Sox and Houston Astros ready for Game 2 of a 3-game series. Let's take a look at the Astros visiting starting 9. Craig Biggio to lead it off at center field. Jeff Blum at third base. Jeff Bagwell at first. Jeff Kent is at second base. Lance Berkman in left. Richard Hidalgo in right field. Orlando Merced the DH. Brad Ausmus does the catching, batting 8th. And Adam Everett, the former Red Sox farmhand, at shortstop.
And the defense tonight for the Red Sox. Freddie Sanchez will be starting at third base. Nomar at shortstop. Todd Walker gets the start at second, and Kevin Millar at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon. Jason Varitek behind the plate, and on the mound, Derek Lowe. Lowe 6-3 on the season. This will be his start number 14 for Lowe. 4.66 ERA. In his last 5 starts, he has a 3-0 record with a 2.55 ERA, coming off a win at Milwaukee last time out. Remember, he left that game with a right thumb blister, but should be no problem in the game tonight.
Terry Kraft has the plate with Fielding Culbreth at third, Marty Foster at second, and Charlie Relaford, the umpire, at first. Craig Biggio standing in to get us started tonight as Derek Lowe makes his 14th start of the season. And the first one is in there for a strike. Biggio at 274 on the season, and swings and lifts it in the air to shallow center. Johnny Damon moving in, and he'll take care of out number 1.
Well, let's check tonight's game notes, brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. Lowe at home, 3-0 with a 1.53 ERA. Astro relievers, they're very good. Second in National League, only to Atlanta in appearances. And the Red Sox 6-4 in interleague play, 5-13 last season.
Where available, tonight's broadcast can be heard in Spanish by using the SAP function on your TV set. There's Jeff Blum, formerly the Montreal Expos. Blum hitting at 263, 5 homers and 22 runs batted in. In the air, down the line in right. Nixon on the move, over, and that ball is gone. A solo home run for Jeff Blum, his 6th of the year. The Astros are out to the early 1-0 lead.
Jeff Blum now at 6 home runs on the season, all of those from the left side of the plate. Last night it was Morgan Ensberg who did a very good job at third base. Blum gets the start tonight, and right down that right field line past the pesky pole for the home run.
So 1 out. Jeff Bagwell stands in. Bagwell with 11 home runs of his own this season. On the ground up the middle. Walker able to throw him out at first. A tough throw, but Kevin Millard digs it out. Well, welcome to our vantage point here tonight. Up here in the monster seats. This is a little different view for us here.
Yeah, this is nice. I like this. You're right on top of Manny over here and Johnny Damon. I had a little trouble following that home run, but other than that.
I didn't see it.
No?
I watched the monitor.
Listen to the crowd. They'll tell you what's going on.
Yeah. Everything's sort of backwards for us because we're usually behind it. And it's all backwards, but we'll figure it out. Here is Jeff Kent, former NL MVP. And at .321, 10 homers and 47 runs batted in. That'll miss. 2-1 now to Jeff Kent. Sharply hit into right field for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Jeff Kent. Second hit of the night for the Astros.
One of the reasons Lowe's been effective over his last couple of starts, the fact he's been able to keep that sinker ball down. Has it up a couple of times so far in this game. The home run by Blum. You see that pitch right there, up about belt high to Jeff Kent. He'll go the opposite field for the 2-out base hit.
2 down for Lance Berkman. 288, 12 homers and 40 runs batted in for Berkman. Had an 18-game hitting streak snapped here last night as he was 0 for 4 in last night's ball game, and included 6 home runs, 17 runs batted in over that 18-game span. So safely now 20 of his last 22 games. Ground. Nomar has it get under his glove and into center field. Heading for third is Jeff Kent. He'll get there on the ball that goes up the middle off the bat of Berkman, and all of a sudden here, Houston with runners in the corners and 2 down.
Now, we didn't really see this Houston offense last night. They were a much better offense than what they showed. Berkman, of course, who had that long hitting streak, stopped last night. Little cut fastball, it looks like, and right under the legs of Derek Lowe. Past the glove of Garciaparra for the base hit.
So a hit for Berkman, 3 hits for the Astros here in the first inning. Here's Richard Hidalgo, the right fielder for the Astros at 310. Houston coming into the ball game tonight in a tie with the Chicago Cubs. Houston 37-30, 7 games over 500, but they have lost 2 in a row, as they lost the final game of their series with the Yankees, and the Jimmy Williams crew losing here in game 1 last night.
And what a nice night for a game of baseball. A little bit different than what we've had over the last couple of days.
Dry.
Yeah.
The most important part of that. The 2-0. Hidalgo foul tips it into the catcher's mitt. 2-1. I was not here last night, but did it ever rain lighter at any point when you guys started?
It just stayed about the same all the way through.
Wow. Miserable conditions here last night. And the Red Sox able to get a win. Evens up at 2-2 now to Hidalgo. I'm glad we weren't doing this last night. That might not have been all that much fun.
No. Unless they had a roof on this thing.
Derek Lowe's given up a run here in the top of the first inning, and tries to preserve what is now a 1-run deficit. Just missing. And the count runs full.
Well, Lowe's got about 3 or 4 steps toward that Red Sox dugout. He thought he had strike 3 on this sinker. I guess call for being too low by Terry Kraft. It looked like it did have plenty of the outside corner.
We're ready to work with the 3-2. That is chopped foul. Derek Lowe 6-3 coming into tonight's action. The 4.66 earned run average. Jeff Kent at third. Lance Berkman standing at first. 2 down in the top of the first inning. Look at third, a bluff to first. Lowe not throwing to either destination.
Yeah, as soon as that play started, Jeff Kent at third base pointed over to first base to Berkman. Get back. It's the fake.
Chop to third. Freddie Sanchez with his first chance of the night gets it done to end the inning. The Astros get a run on the home run and lead it 1-0. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway. Bottom of the first inning. Red Sox down 1-0. As Johnny Damon leads it off for the Red Sox. And takes ball 1 from Tim Redding.
4-4 on the season. Start number 14. Pretty good ERA of 3.47. A lot of walks though. 30 walks and 44 strikeouts and 72 in 2/3. Astros had some problems last night with the walks.
Tim Redding, 25 years of age, a 20th round pick by the Houston Astros. Chopped up the middle and into center field. Let's take a look at the rest of the Red Sox starting 9. Todd Walker bats second at second base. Nomar Garciaparra at shortstop. Manny in left. David Ortiz the DH. Kevin Millar at first base. Trot Nixon in right. Freddie Sanchez getting a start at third base. And Jason Varitek bats 9th and does the catching. So Damon aboard to begin things here in the first inning. Todd Walker checks in at 311.
That's a pretty quick move to home plate from Redding, the pitcher. Johnny Damon with 11 steals at first base. He's been caught 1 time, but that's a pretty good slide step. I think.
It looks pretty good from here.
Yeah.
Of course, we're some 300 yards away, but I thought it was a pretty good slide step, too.
You concur?
I concur.
No slide step that time, just used the high leg kick.
Over the last 32 games, Todd Walker has had 2 or more hits in 17 in the last 32 games. He's 5th in the league in multi-hit games with 26.
Osmus behind the plate, the Gold Glove winner, and of course he's thrown out 37% of the runners. And there you see the numbers for Johnny Damon.
And bluff looking Damon back to the bag.
The old Statue of Liberty.
Tim Redding last year was 3-6 with the Astros. So he split the year between Houston and AAA New Orleans. Damon having to dive back that time. The year before he was 3-1 in his first year in the big leagues. Then originally drafted by the Astros in the 20th round in 1997. Line into right field. Damon is headed for third. The throw coming from Hidalgo, and Damon has to retreat quickly. And he does back to the bag at second. Red Sox have the first 2 aboard here in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, Damon has that wide open hole between first and second, picks up the base hit, And, of course, Johnny Damon does want to test that arm of Hidalgo. Hidalgo's already got 7 outfield assists this season. Had one last night here at Fenway. Damon making that decision on his own. He was looking behind him, was not using his third base coach, Mike Cubbage.
So the first 2 reach here against Tim Redding. Damon and Walker with singles. Here's Nomar. And the first one a miss to Garcia Parra. 327, 10 homers, and 46 runs batted in. Nomar extending his hitting streak last night to 6 games. And it's 13 for his last 27 over those 6 games. Sharply hit to short. A second for one, on to first, a double play. On to third goes Johnny Damon with 2 outs.
Well, just what Redding needed there. Off to a very tough start. A couple of base hits to start the game. Gets the 6-4-3 double play to get a couple of quick outs here in the first inning. Right at the shortstop, Adam Everett, to Jeff Kent over to Bagwell for the double play.
Two down, Damon at third. Here's Manny Ramirez as the Red Sox try to tie the game up here in the bottom of the first inning. Manny in .324 this season. And he takes strike 1. Saw an 11-game hitting streak come to a halt last night. And during the hitting streak, hitting at .463. He's been walking a lot also. He's drawn 9 walks in his last 3 games. In the air to left field. Hidalgo comes in and makes the catch for the final out. That will do it in the inning. Red Sox strand a runner at third. 1-0 Astros at the end of 1. Back at Fenway, ready for the top of the second inning. Bottom third of the Astros order featured in the inning. Orlando Merced, the DH. Astros got a run in the first on a home run by Jeff Blum.
Orlando Merced, a brief time, very brief time in the Red Sox organization. He had a couple of hits in the game last night. Curveball by Derek Lowe for a strike. I think that's the first curveball he's thrown tonight.
I guess that was short. 0 for 9 with the Red Sox in 1998. Chopped foul over by the Red Sox dugout. Merced has had a chance to play a little bit on this road trip as the DH. This is his 4th start of the trip for the Astros as the DH. And he was the DH here last night in game 1 of the series. The 2-2. Merced with a home run. He hit that on opening day against the San Francisco Giants. Grounds it towards Nomar at shortstop. They're throwing plenty of time. 1 away.
Well, H.P. Hood is rooting for the Red Sox and kids throughout New England. Each time the Red Sox strike out an opponent, make a double play, or hit a home run at Fenway, Hood donates $100 to the Hood Home Team Advantage Fund, which in turn benefits children's hospitals all over New England.
Well, we are up here amongst our friends.
Got a couple of guys here having a couple of cold ones. Not bad. How is it? Yeah, you fire them down.
One away, Brad Ausmus, the catcher.
There's plenty more where that came from, too.
Is it
all on NESN.
Is it on the Rem Dog?
It's on NESN.
On NESN. I thought I saw the NESN credit card come out a few minutes ago. Really? chase after the 0-2. 1-2 to Ausmus. Chop foul over into the Astros dugout. A chance to spend some time today with Jimmy Williams. He appears to be very happy with his club so far this season, and he's looking forward to this series when it ended up on the schedule. I know you spent some time with Jimmy. He seemed very relaxed as this is said foul over by the first base side.
Yeah, you know, he's settled in obviously down in Houston, second year with that club, and feels like he's got a good ball club. He's got a great bullpen. If they can get a little bit better starting pitching, get healthy in the starting pitching department, they should be right there with Chicago and St. Louis.
On the ground to second base, Todd Walker. 2 down. And of course, Jimmy brought Gene Lamont with him after Lamont was the third base coach here in Boston.
And a good thing for Derek Lowe, the last 3 outs for him have come with the ground ball.
Two down for Adam Everett.
By the way, Don, I don't know if you mentioned it, but at Fenway, Derek Lowe with his 1.53 ERA is a major league best for any pitcher at home.
I didn't mention it. I'm glad you did.
Sometimes I know you say things and I don't listen, so when I repeat it, it doesn't sound good. But there it is. There's that home ERA for Derek Lowe.
I didn't say it this time. It was new information. 1-2 grounded down the third baseline, a foul ball as Freddie Sanchez chases it down. Bill Miller getting the night off tonight for the Red Sox, at least to begin the ball game. And Freddie Sanchez getting a chance to start. Adam Everett, of course, traded for Carl Everett. He's in the Red Sox system and up and down with the Astros over the last couple of years. One hopper to Walker, who flips underhanded. A fairly long distance to do that, but he did it. And it's a 1-2-3 second. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park, ready for the last of the second inning. David Ortiz, the DH, to lead it off. David has worked that batting average up to .316, a season high for him. 3 homers and 29 runs batted in. Rem, which way do you think the wind is blowing? Is it blowing at us?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's blowing out here toward the left field wall. Not a strong wind tonight. Almost like it's right field or left field.
Three on the putout for the first out of the inning. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Bob Stores, by Coors Light, and by Volvo. Got a little minor emergency there, but we're all right now. Thought that we lost the billboard copy out over the wall here, but it looks like we're all right. One down for Kevin Millar. Lifts it in the air. Third base way over is Blum with a chance and the catch as he leans into the photographer's well. Route number 2.
Well, game time is Miller time at Fenway and on NESN. Stop by a participating Fenway area retailer before game time. You can win free tickets to the game. End up on NESN. In the game time is Miller time. Fenway seats. I don't have a telestrator.
That's right. What are you going to do?
Oh, now I'm nervous. Something's missing.
2 down. Trot next one. At least it took into the bottom of the second inning for you to realize it. That's a good thing. It's in 303, 8 homers and 37 runs batted in. 4-4 as he makes his 14th appearance of the year. I thought about it, but holds off. Well, Houston pretty much in the middle of the pack, both in hitting and in pitching. They hit collectively at 269 as a club. Their earned run average just under 4 at 3.99. While the Red Sox begin the night in the top spot in the American League in batting average at 298. And second to last in pitching, the Red Sox earned run average 5.16. Fouls it off.
Looked like a 3-1 changeup that time from Tim Redding.
Nixon's been hot over the last 13 games, hitting at .339. Jammed him. He's able to ground it to second. Kent throwing him out to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Redding. We played 1-0 Houston. Top of the third inning back at Fenway from the monster seats as the Red Sox trail the Astros 1-0. 3-2 the hits in favor of the Astros, and they lead it off the top of the Houston order, Craig Biggio, who flied out to center field his first time, and some pretty impressive numbers on the all-time list for Craig Biggio. Four ground ball outs in a row for Derek Lowe, the final out of the first. Then he enjoyed a quick and easy 1-2-3 second inning. Where's our big security guard going? Oh no, he's staying. Did he go? No, he did not. First base umpire Charlie Relaford.
Plus, Biggio's already been hit 10 times this season. This didn't miss him by very much. And umpire saying no, he did not lose control of the head of that bat.
Derek Lowe's first strikeout of the night.
Well, the homestand wraps up tomorrow as the Red Sox host the Astros at 2:05. It's Father's Day. We hope you bring Dad to the ballpark for a post-game chat on the Fenway Park Field presented by Fleet Bank. Tickets are available 24 hours a day, toll-free at 877-RED SOX 9 at redsox.com or during business hours at Fenway Park.
Jeff Blum hit a home run his first time up, his 6th home run of the year. And he hit down the right field line. Sends it foul back into the seats, and quickly in the hole, 0-2. First career opening day start this season for Blum, former Montreal Expo. Did he offer no? Says Fielding Culbreth.
Yeah, Lowe trying to get him chase a bad curveball there in the dirt. Almost did. Able to just hold up on the swing.
Jeff Blum missed some time in the middle of May due to viral meningitis. They've been experiencing some severe headaches and a fever and missed 5 games. The 1-2 from Lowe. Nice foul again, backing out of play.
I kind of feel like I'm playing again, Don.
I was just going to ask you that.
Because you're behind the pitcher and you're looking right in at that hitter. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It looks a little tougher than it does when you're looking straight on.
Looks like a pretty good pitch, although we are quite a ways away.
Yeah, I tried to surround the outside corner with that curveball.
2-2 grounded to third. Freddie Sanchez going to get it there in a hurry and does just to get him 2 down.
And a tricky little play for Sanchez. He had to decide whether to continue to charge that ball or stop at third base. He stops, and then he takes a couple of extra steps right there. But Millar with a nice pick at the other end to get the out at first base. Sanchez getting his second start at third base, and of course he's basically a shortstop second baseman in the minor leagues.
Jeff Bagwell grounded out to second base his first time up. He is also an Astros all-time leader in a few categories: average, home runs, runs batted in. As he chops it outside at third and foul.
140 at-bats now without a home run for Bagwell. That is the longest stretch in his major league career.
We saw him hit a few during batting practice in our general direction. Very busy BP for us as Bagwell was up there crushing some. And it's headed in our general direction. That ball is up. That ball is gone. So much for the home run drought for Jeff Bagwell, his 12th of the year. And Lowe has surrendered his second home run of the night. The Astros lead it 2-0.
Well, you figured it was only a matter of time for Bagwell. Bagwell, in the longest stretch of his career, he's just not going to go much longer without a home run. This Veritek wanted that ball away. Instead, it stayed middle in and right off the Coke bottle. Two home runs allowed by Derek Lowe tonight. A total of 7 on the season.
So 2 down. Here's Jeff Kent, who singled to right field his first time up. As the Astros now with 4 hits off Derek Lowe. Fortunately, the home runs have been solo shots. One for Jeff Blum in the first, and Bagwell here in the third inning. The 2-1 fouled at the plate. It evens up at 2-2 to Jeff Kent. And you look top to bottom in this lineup after seeing the impressive Cardinals lineup. This is another very good lineup that the Astros feature.
Well, both teams with very strong middle of the lineups.
Should be a pretty good battle between those two teams with the Cubs mixed in as well. Chop to third. Freddie Sanchez gets it on the half hop, throwing on the run and in time. A home run by Jeff Bagwell has the Astros on top 2-0. Back at Fenway, and Freddie Sanchez to lead it off. Sanchez, Veritek, and Johnny Damon featured in the inning. Sanchez is 3 for 8 with the Red Sox. This being called up by the Pawtucket Red Sox. Drives that foul down beyond the Astros dugout. Damon and Walker had leadoff base hits in the first, but the Red Sox could not score. Grounded down the third base line. Jeff Blum. The throw that gets there in time for out number 1. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your Lincoln Mercury dealers, by LoJack, and by Aflac. one down, and it brings up Jason Varitek. On a very comfortable night tonight at Fenway Park, 60 degrees to begin the ball game tonight. Varitek taking ball one, batting ninth tonight for the Red Sox. At 297, 10 homers and 34 runs batted in. Varitek ahead, 2-0.
I think, Don, pretty soon I'm just going to get up and walk around.
Are you?
Yeah, talk to the fans a little bit.
Talk to some of your people?
Maybe buy some hot dogs.
Really? Well, if you're going to get up, then you can grab me one.
I figured that.
2-0. In the air, back at third and foul ground over. There's Blum with no play, well out of his reach.
Here comes Tom Caron. I can see TC coming.
I hear the crowd buzzing as he arrives. I'm just glad we have the new big security guard. He's just joined us. That swung on and missed by Varitek. The first security guard was fine. It's just that he was smaller. There's our big security guard. I'm a big fan of the big security guard.
A lot of bullseyes out here.
Yeah, well, that's the shirt that they gave away around us. In the air, to right center field. Over goes Biggio, and he'll make the catch. Varitek gives it a ride, 2 down.
Well, enjoy Mia Menino's Monday night movies and use our parks to bring families together. Supported in part by Keyspan. Keyspan, the energy to think ahead. Tommy's down there, I think. I'm going to go join Tommy. I think.
Are you just going to walk right down there?
After this half inning.
You're not taking my big security guard with you, are you?
No.
Good. And therefore, a strike to Damon, who singled his first time up. Now the 4-game hitting streak. And hopefully starting to turn the corner for Johnny Damon a little bit. The home run last night turned out to be the game winner. Sliced foul back to the backstop. So where are you going to go?
Going down the other side of the wall. I'm just going to roam around a little bit.
You think that's a good idea?
Why not? We're up here tonight. We're fans too.
Field 2 is up and away. That group down there is waiting for you.
The Tommy's on.
Yeah.
Where's the guy that's going to get the hot dogs for everybody?
Jose.
Where's Jose?
Jose was behind us. Where's Jose? Sliced foul. Oh, my goodness. The 1-2. Well, a miss to Damon. Redding working into the third inning here with a 2-run lead on top, 2-0. Out of the reach of Jeff Kent into right field. 2-out single for Damon, and he's had a 2 for 2 night so far tonight.
Both base hits for Johnny Damon tonight on the curveball. Picked that one right off the ground and slapped it by Bagwell at first base. So with 2 outs, we'll see if Damon again will try to steal second base. 252 now the batting average for Damon as that continues to climb.
There's Todd Walker's single to right field, his first time up. Damon having to lunge back to the back. So Tim Redding has given up 3 hits. Damon and Walker have all the hits so far for the Red Sox, top 2 hitters. Instantly into scoring position goes Johnny Damon.
The stolen base numbers have been quiet for Damon. That's because he has had some trouble getting on base. But now it looks like Damon's starting to get hot again, and certainly he'll become more aggressive on the bases. Head first slide. Red Sox get the man in a scoring position with 2 outs.
In the air to center field, Biggio back front of the wall to make the catch for the final out. We played 3, 2-0 Astros. Baseball on NESN is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts, by Jeep, and by Samuel Adams Boston Lager. So we head to the top of the 4th inning, 2-0. Astros on top, single runs in the 1st and 3rd, both home runs. And Derek Lowe has to face Lance Berkman, Richard Hidalgo, and Orlando Merced in the inning. Berkman at .349 over the last 23 games as he's heated it up. Red Sox taking the first game of this 3-game series. Oh my goodness. I knew he was gone. I just didn't know where he went. He is handing out hot dogs. And his helper is Tom Carroll.
All right, guys, you guys brought the Remy signs, right? Well, you were having trouble. You were saying before you didn't look at the camera over towards Don and Jerry.
Because we wanted the camera to see it, but we wanted Jerry to see it. But we figured if we look at the camera, at least Jerry will see it, and the camera will see it. All the fans will get to see.
But Rem, being a man of the people, delivering some dogs to us.
This is great, you know. I might need a job someday, very soon.
So there you go. Hot dogs delivered by the Rem Dog. Todd?
Thanks, Jerry.
All right, Todd, thanks very much. This one's back towards the mound, and Lowe throws to first base just in time to get Berkman. So 1-3 on the put out there. Well, the shirts tonight that a lot of fans have up here. Brought to you by Comcast. Paint the town red. We're surrounded by red up here. One down for Hidalgo. Grounded out to third base. First time up. A lot of ground ball outs for Derek Lowe tonight. As he's a total of 8 through 3 1/3 innings. Lowe with 1 strikeout. He's not walked anybody. Derek giving up a pair of home runs. Jeff Blum and Jeff Bagwell. The third, and Sanchez with the throw, 2 down. It's time now for the Aflac trivia question. And our question tonight: what 3 managers have led the Red Sox into the postseason twice? We'll have the answer for you in the next half inning. Two down for Orlando Merced. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. On the ground and through into right field, a base hit. 2-out single for Merced. Well, Derek Lowe has given up 2 home runs now, 7 home runs on the season. And that is in 80 innings for Derek Lowe so far. As tonight he marks his 14th start of the year. And Osmus riding a 3-game hitting streak has been hot too. He's 6 for his last 10. Grounded out to second base his first time up in the 2nd inning. Where is Jerry now? Is he coming back? I told him it was a bad idea. The 0-1 is grounded towards shortstop. Nomeyer's there. Flipped the easy way to second to end the inning. Played 3.5 from Fenway. 2-0 Astros. Back at Fenway as we're ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. The Red Sox trailing 2-0. Nomar Garcia-Parra, Manny Ramirez, and David Ortiz to face Tim Redding. And we welcome, I was going to say to the broadcast booth, and I guess for all intents and purposes, this is now our broadcast booth, but Stacy Wakefield is with us. And Stacy, tell us a little bit about the picnic coming up here with the wives.
Okay, we're having a picnic in the park here on Sunday, June 29th. We're going to have lots of food. It's going to be right here on the field. We're going to have live entertainment, live and silent auction with lots of sports memorabilia. We're also going to have tours of the Green Monster inside. What else are we doing?
There's some jackets, too, that I heard
that's
about.
That's right. Tim's not done with his yet, so I couldn't bring it.
Nomar fouls it off. Now, is he doing it himself, or are you going to help him with that? Or
he's doing it. Yeah. That's why it's not here tonight.
Well, we are pleased to have Stacy Wakefield with us out here. Have you been to these Green Monster seats before? Is the first trip out here for you?
I've just walked through. Yeah. I haven't actually sat up here, but it's such a great view.
Inside to Nomar, and it's 3-1. Now, how can fans go about coming to the event?
They can log on for more information on www.diabetes.org. And I do want to say that under Get Local, you have to put in your zip code, and then it'll bring up.
Popped up right side, second baseman Jeff Kent. We're out number 1. Let's take a look at the game summary so far in the ball game tonight as the Red Sox trailing 2-0. Bagwell with a solo home run. Jeff Blum has 1. Johnny Damon has 2 of the 3 Boston hits. Redding has gone 3 1/3, giving up no runs, and Derek Lowe 4 innings, giving up those 2 runs, both home runs, 1 strikeout and no walks. 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Manny Ramirez coming up. Manny flied to left field his first time up. We're visiting with Stacy Wakefield. And Ramirez awaits the pitch. And he'll take strike 1. You guys have done some pretty amazing things over the last couple of years here at Fenway, and this one sounds like it's going to be a great night.
That's right. So if you want to order tickets, you can call 1-888-DIABETES, or you can send an email to redsoxwives@diabetes.org.
Where's the event actually going to be held? Is it going to be up in the 406 Club or on the field? Or
the general admission will be here on the field an hour and a half after the game, or 6:45. The VIP tickets will be held an hour after the game up in the 406 Club first.
And he's taking a ball, and it's 2-1. Will all the players be there? Some of the players?
I believe all of the players and coaches will be here.
That's terrific.
And they will be signing autographs and taking pictures at designated areas on the field.
Two and 1 to Manny Ramirez. And it's lined into left center field, and 1 hop by Biggio, and Ramirez will stand at first base. So a 1-out single. The 4th Boston hit of the night. Well, I'm sure it is something that is close to Mike Coverage's heart, certainly being diabetic.
That's right. We are raising money for the American Diabetes Association as well as the Red Sox Foundation. So, yeah, Mike will be happy to attend, I'm sure.
1 out, 1 on. David Ortiz grounded out to second base his first time. Well, the cookbook has been a big thing over the last couple of years. Are you guys going to continue that this year, or is that up in the air right now?
We did that 2 years ago. Last year we did the Fenway Park A to Z children's book. We're still selling that.
Great.
You can find it in the bookstores.
One out, 1 on. David Ortiz, the batter. And Ortiz hits it high in the air to right field. Hidalgo is back there waiting. And the towering fly ball as he makes the catch for out number 2. It's time now for the Aflac Trivia Question Answer tonight. And the question: what 3 managers have led the Red Sox into the postseason twice? Kerrigan, 1915, 1916, Joe Morgan did it 88 and 90. And, of course, the man of the Houston Astros dugout, Jimmy Williams, 98 and again in 99. So two-way, Ramirez stands at first. And here's Kevin Millar, fouled out his first time. How has Tim enjoyed starting this season? I'm sure it's something that he's wanted to do anyway, is start, and now he has.
That's right. He loves to start, but he doesn't mind being in the bullpen either. But his preference is to start.
Now, you are from the Boston area, correct?
Yeah.
You are.
I grew up on the South Shore, so
very nice.
We're both happy to be here.
We have a friend who's about to join us, too, here. Looks like Wally, the Green Monster, has joined us up here also.
Yeah, my niece and nephews would be jealous right now.
Now, Wally, we are at Wally's home here, on top of Wally's home. We're happy to be here tonight as we come to you from the Monster seats here at Fenway Park. Kevin Millar fouled out to third his first time up. This is much larger than the Wally we have sit in the booth with us on a nightly basis. Rem's going to be upset he missed this. Missing to Millar. Let's give out that phone number one more time, Stacy.
1-888-DIABETES, and I believe it's extension 3444.
Terrific. Well, we thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Two down, Ramirez at first base. And the 3-2 is fouled back to the backstop. What do you think, Stacey Wakefield, for stopping by? Is he planning on coming back to, like, help with the rest of the game? Does anybody know in the truck? The pitch will miss for ball 4. So it's great doing the game and all by myself. Certainly getting a lot of airtime. That's the first walk of the night by Tim Redding. It's great. He's a man of the people and all. That's terrific. But he's going to come back and do his job anytime soon? What's he doing? So 2 on, 2 outs. The Red Sox threatening here in the 4th inning. Nixon grounded out to second base his first time. Down the left field line. Hidalgo's on the move. It's a foul ball. Wow, just foul. But with this particular vantage point, I can tell you that it was a foul ball. Very close down the line as it just kept bending away from Hidalgo. And it does indeed go foul down there. Not much foul ground. And not by much. Ramirez at second. Millard first. Nixon down on the count, 0-1. Stuff that time. 91 miles per hour from Tim Redding, who's been right around there all night. Redding trying to get up over the 500 mark tonight. As individually, he comes in at 4-4. Nixon punching at it. He did indeed go around. Philden Culbreth, the third base umpire, said he offered. Now the 1-2. Nixon rifles it down the right field line, and it's out of the reach of Hidalgo. Ramirez will score. Millar is heading homeward. Still running is Nixon. The throw to the plate is not in time, and we're tied at 2. Nixon had to go up and get. He ends up ripping it over the head of Richard Hidalgo in right. And by the time he can run it down, 2 runs come in. Nixon ends up at third base. As Millar looked like he hesitated for a moment as he reached third, but he's still able to get in. And Trot Nixon with his 4th triple of the season down the right field line, and the Red Sox have tied it up 2-2. Now looking to go ahead as Freddie Sanchez stands in. Sanchez grounding out to third base his first time up. Sanchez lifts it foul down the right field line. Adam Jupiter assisting us up here in the booth tonight. I'm about to let you do some color, Adam. Go ahead, just jump right on there. You go ahead and do some color for us. Is there anybody who is a color analyst in the area and wants to stop by and do some? There's an available position right now. Be in the dirt. Brad Osmus able to keep it in front of him with Nixon just 90 feet away. How about my big security guard? Does he know any color analysis at all? Check with him. He's being paid as we speak, right? Whatever's good for you, Rem Dog. Strike 3 to Sanchez, and that'll do the inning. But the Red Sox come up with 2, and at the end of 4, we're all tied at 2. Back at Fenway, ready for the top of the 5th inning, tied at 2. As the Red Sox grab a pair in the bottom of the 4th inning. Number 9 hitter Adam Everett to lead it off here as we head to the top of the 5th inning, and Derek Lowe no longer working with a deficit as the Red Sox have tied things up. Lowe giving up a home run to Jeff Blum in the first, solo shot, and then a solo shot to Jeff Bagwell in the 3rd inning. First round draft choice by the Red Sox and traded away as part of the Carl Everett acquisition for Boston. The 1-2 from Lowe was chopped foul. Back into the seats, still 1-2 to Everett. He'll be followed by Craig Biggio and Jeff Blum. Tom Karen, Tom, where are you? Want to do some color?
Yeah, no, I got your color guy here. Not your typical color guy tonight, Don. It's pretty wild up here, huh?
This has been great, Tommy. You know, it's hard to do a game. It's hard to follow the ball. But these seats are great.
He's not doing the game.
Having a ball.
Don points out you're not doing the game.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, Don's there for a reason, right?
It's got to be as close to that roof across the street from Wrigley as it gets.
You know, it's great, too. Manny comes out here and he's talking to the fans up here. You know, I mean, there's a lot of interaction between the players and the fans. It's a great thing, you know.
You got the sign here. Even the sponsor, which we like, WB Mason, got up there. And, you know, you got.
Hey, what's he doing?
Gotta have a beer every now and again.
Hey.
All right, he's going to have to take Wally back under control, Don, and I'm going to send him back over to you.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. Well, he's enjoying himself. He was very concerned that he wouldn't be enjoying himself wherever he is. Miss to Everett, and a full count now. Chop foul, still 3-2, a lengthy at bat. Adam Everett, the number 9 hitter, making Derek Lowe work here. Now he needs help with his scorecard. He's back, but still not back because he doesn't know what happened. Chop foul up and over. The Astros dugout on the third base side. Hey, welcome back.
Nice to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you. Hope you enjoyed your walk.
I should have stayed away. It's tied up, right?
That's right. We're all tied. 2-2. Rounded to second base. Todd Walker's there. On to Millar. 1 down. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Crown Royal, by New England Toyota dealers. and by Citizens Bank. 4-3 on the putout for the first out here in the 5th inning. And it's back up to the top of the order for Craig Biggio. He's fly to center and struck out swinging. Our friends from Dunkin' Donuts have found us, Jerry, fortunately.
They apologized for not being there last night.
That's okay. Lined into center field, a base hit for Biggio.
Well, get the Globe's award-winning sports coverage every day. Call 1-800-984-5335 to 50% off home delivery. The Boston Globe, your world unfolding daily.
So 1 out, 1 on, and Jeff Blum stands in. Blum hit a solo home run in the first inning on this Flag Day at Fenway Park, and David Meller putting the flag in center field prior to the Red Sox coming home. And as part of the Flag Day ceremony before the game, the big flag that takes up the green monster was draped. Checks on Biggio. We're going to look at some of the pregame ceremonies here at Fenway Park on this Flag Day. And another check on Biggio.
Did you see the size of those hot dogs?
Yeah, I did, and
what are they, monster dogs? Is that what they call them?
I guess, yeah, you can only get them out here.
Gigantic. I didn't get very far with them.
Yeah.
They scooped them up. We could get some more.
You didn't get me one.
We'll get some more.
Jeff Blum 1 for 2. Sox and Astros have 1 game left in the 3-game series tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Thought about it, but didn't offer. Or did he? They'll check. No, he did not, says Charlie Relaford, the third base umpire. Well, game of the series has Byung-Hyun Kim going for the Red Sox against the right-hander Wade Miller. And then it is off to Chicago after the ball game tomorrow. Taken off is Biggio. No throw from Varitek, and a stolen base for Craig Biggio.
That's something you don't see very often. 3-0 count. Biggio picking up the stolen base. He almost caught everybody sleeping. You know, they expect him just to throw a strike, and Biggio takes advantage of that with his 5th steal of the year.
Foul back to the screen. A full count to Blum. A lot of pitches in this inning for Derek Lowe. He's had to go full on 2 occasions. Derek Lowe has thrown 84 pitches through 4 1/3 innings tonight. Well, you have a different vantage point of the bullpen. No one is warming, but we literally can see everybody down there in the bullpen. In. There's the first walk of the night given up by Derek Lowe.
First baseman, number 5, Jeff Bagwell.
There's Jeff Bagwell, who homered his last time up in the 3rd inning, 1 for 2 tonight. And he grounds it foul outside of 3rd. Adam Everett grounded out to begin the inning. Biggio singled, stole second. And Jeff Plum walked. Runners at first and second. One down. And the 0-1 missing. 1-1. Softly, Sanchez on the run and in time to get Bagwell at first. On to second and third go Blum and Biggio as they have two in scoring position now with two down.
Well, even though Freddie Sanchez doesn't have a lot of experience down at third base, he's done a real nice job down there tonight on some pretty difficult plays. One advantage Sanchez has is he can stay on that same side of the infield because he's a shortstop. And it's much easier to move to third base than obviously move across to the other side, the second base. Remember the move that John Valentin made for the Red Sox, going from shortstop to playing in very good third base for the Red Sox. He just signed again with somebody, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I'm trying to remember who.
Phillies, I think.
Philadelphia. Of course, he was in spring training with the Baltimore Orioles.
Signed a minor league contract with him.
Was cut by the Orioles late in spring training. Sanchez diving at third, gets up. The throw is good and in time. Nice play by Freddie Sanchez. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning, tied at 2. Another tight-knit affair between the Red Sox and Astros. Jason Varitek, Johnny Damon, and Todd Walker to bat in the inning. He's got a piece of Dallas Williams in the first base coach for the Red Sox.
Well, how about that play by Freddie Sanchez to save a couple of runs?
Outstanding.
Let's get finished talking about how good he's played down there, and he makes even a better play to save 2 runs.
In the air, hit deep towards the wall, and the ball is up off the wall. Berkman plays the hop, but standing at second base with a wall ball double goes Jason Varitek.
Varitek, opposite field power, hitting from the left side. About 3/4 of the way up that wall. Nicely played by Berkman, but an easy double for Jason Varitek.
Well, Varitek now the 7-game hitting streak with that double. 1 for 2 tonight. Johnny Damon's had a nice night. 2 for 2. A couple of singles tonight. And he showing bunt. Pulls it back for ball 1. We'll also bring Osmus out to talk to Tim Redding. Let's check out the Heineken What's on Tap. Red Sox and Astros with 1 game left. Tomorrow at WBZ in Boston. Outside of Boston, it'll be on NESN. And it's off to Chicago to take on the White Sox Monday through Wednesday at 7:30 on NESN. Thursday, getaway day at 1:30 start time from Comiskey Park in Chicago. It's actually known now as the U.S. Cellular Field in Chicago. This is a bunt attempt that is fouled outside of third. Damon will have to come on back. Varitek have reached third. He'll have to go back to second.
How about this, Don? I give Adam 1 inning to do my scorecard, right?
How'd that work out for you?
He's got it all messed up. I got to take the white out now for all the last inning.
And he does not realize the significance. And if he'd done it to my card, it's no big deal. But you do it to the Ren Dogs card, and there is big consequences. I'm not sure Adam would be working with us much longer now. It's unfortunate for him.
At least he tried. Nice try.
Softly towards second base. Kent will throw out Damon. No advance for Jason Varitek.
That's a tough one for Varitek at second base because you don't know if the ball's going to be caught in the air or not. You got a good idea it's going to bounce, but you got to make sure. And Varitek has to stay at second. If there's any indecision at all, just stay in scoring position. Here's the ball off the bat at Damon. See, it's lifted, and he's not quite sure exactly if that play's going to be made or not.
Kick some dirt after that in frustration at second base. But he remains at second, 1 down. Todd Walker's 1 for 2. You need help?
I got it all squared away now, I think.
The 1-0. Right down Broadway for his strike to Walker, 1-1. Red Sox trailed 2-0 tonight. Solo home runs by Jeff Blum and Jeff Bagwell for Houston. The Red Sox come back with 2 runs in the 4th inning. And a triple by Trot Nixon that plated 2. Veritek at second, 1 away. Walker takes a ball, 2-1. Nixon with a triple earlier that drove in 2 an inning ago. He's left to third when Freddie Sanchez struck out to end the inning. Now the 2-1. In the air to left. Over goes Berkman towards foul ground, and he makes the catch. Going into the corner to make that catch up against the wall. And a pretty good play in foul ground from Berkman for out number 2.
That's a real nice play, especially for a guy that's not familiar with Fenway Park, to go down in that corner, which is very difficult to play. Jumps from fair territory into foul territory and up against the wall.
So Veritek, who is at second base with nobody out, stands there with 2 down now. And here's Nomar. He's grounded into a double play and popped out to second base. 0 for 2 tonight. In the dirt, and Garciaparra ahead 2-0.
Remember what a tough time Nomar had at the beginning of the season, driving in men in scoring position. Well, since May 13th, he's hitting .515 with men in scoring position.
The 3-0. First base is open. And Manny Ramirez waits on deck. There are 2 outs in the inning. Veritek with his lead off second base. A 4-pitch walk to Nomar Garciaparra. Now we'd like to welcome tonight's visitors to the Dunkin' Dugout. Dunkin' Donuts proud to host area youth and charity organizations at every Red Sox home game. We'd love to thank Dunkin' Donuts for dropping off donuts and refreshments for us up here on the Green Monster. Well, the walk given up to Nomar Garciaparra, the second walk of the night for Tim Redding. Runners at first and second. Manny 1 for 2 as he singled and scored an inning ago. Up and under the chin of Ramirez. So Redding comes right up and in.
Hospice set up inside, fastball way inside.
Not likely to rattle Ramirez. This has been done before and does not seem to have much of an effect on him. Again up top, and it's 2-0. This will bring Osmus to the mound.
Looks like it shook up Redding more than it did Manny, because Osmus that time was set up outside for the fastball. Instead, he let that thing up and in again. It's amazing how sometimes you're not intentionally trying to knock a guy down. It shakes up the pitcher more than it does the hitter.
Bert Hooton coming out, the pitching coach for the Astros. The breeze was blowing up over us, but the flag to our left up here, the left center field, is pretty much still now. So not much in the way of a wind.
Yeah, the one above home plate looks like it's blowing in slightly.
Yeah. That one's doing nothing. That's to our left. That's the one above home plate. Running up to 77 pitches, 43 of them for strikes, as he works with 2 down here, 2 on in the 5th inning. Right down Broadway, 2-1. Sox and Astros, each with 6 hits in the game. Veritek at second, Garcia Parra at first. Now the 2-1. A strike. Well, whatever Hooten had to say has been very effective back-to-back strikes.
Yeah, exactly right. He really calmed down. Of course, the 2-0 count right down the middle, and he follows up with a fastball on the outside corner.
The 2-2. Ramirez sends it foul off the right side. That'll get out of the stadium to the right. Kind of a different location for us. Kind of reminds you of that one year that ESPN did the game from an elevated spot from center field. It's that same kind of look down into the hitter. And the catcher. Again, the 2-2. Ramirez sends it off the glove of the first baseman Bagwell into right. Veritek to third. And the base is loaded for the Red Sox.
That ball had a lot of spin on it as it headed out toward Bagwell at first base. Bagwell well off the line. It looks like maybe he was blocked a little bit also by the runner at first base, Garcia Parra. Veritek, who was rounding third, he slipped right there, and but he's able to get back without a throw, but then after that was holding his back, so we'll have to watch out and see if he got hurt.
So the base is loaded now. Veritek at third, Garcia Parra at second, Ramirez standing at first. And Ortiz takes strike one. They charged an error to Bagwell at first base, the first miscue of the game for either side.
Bagwell only his third error of the season at first base.
David Ortiz 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out to second and fly to left. Has one grand slam in his career. Ortiz punch at it. Yes, he did. Field and Culbreth.
From that angle, certainly looks like a good call by the third base umpire.
Now the 1-2. Inside to Ortiz, evens up. Red Sox trail 2-0 tonight. They tied it up 2-2 and threatening here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The base is loaded, 2 down. Tim Redding, the Houston starter, with the 2-2. Ortiz sprays it down the line and left, the fair ball. Veritek scores. Here comes Garcia Parra. Ramirez will will try to score. The throw to the plate is not going to be in time as it gets away. Bases clearing double for David Ortiz, and the Red Sox lead it 5-2.
David Ortiz very good at going the other way. That ball down and away, slaps it right down in that left field corner. It took a long time for Bergman to dig it out of the left field corner. He missed it on the first try, gets by him, and that's going to allow Manny to score and bring the Red Sox 3 runs with 2 outs. And Ortiz likes that. 2-out double. 32 RBI now on the season for Ortiz.
Now a chance for more. Kevin Millar, 0 for 1 with a walk. He came around to score last inning. Line to left. This will get down and go to the wall. Ortiz will come around with the 6th Boston run.
Nothing like 2-out base hits to lift the ball club, and you got back-to-back here. Ortiz and now Millar gets that ball by Berkman. They got Berkman run all over left field here at Fenway Park.
And action in the Astros bullpen for the first time in the game as Nixon becomes the 8th man to bat in the inning, and they will intentionally walk Tribe. They will go after Freddie Sanchez. This will be the 3rd walk charged to Redding, the first of the intentional variety. And there's Kirk Sarlos up in the bullpen. All 6 runs in this game for the Red Sox come with 2 outs. They did 2 in the 4th and 4 so far here in the 5th inning, all coming with 2 down.
And here comes Jimmy.
So that will do it for Tim Redding. Ends up going 4 2/3 innings, responsible for the 2 men on in Millar and Nixon, as he will leave trailing 6-2. Red Sox still batting bottom of the 5th.
Back at Fenway, a couple of huge 2-out hits. Ortiz and Millar. Red Sox have the 6-2 lead. Stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox post-game show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning.
And Freddie Sanchez will be on W.B. Mason's Extra Innings after the ball game, joining Bob Tewksbury and Bob Rogers. Kirk Sarlos into the ball game.
He's been up and down a couple of different times this year between AAA and the big leagues. 12 appearances. He's made a couple of starts for the Astros, has the record of 2-0. To the 18 strikeouts in 17 innings.
Strike to Freddie Sanchez. He bats with 2 on. Millar at second, Nixon at first, and Sanchez the 9th man to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Red Sox. They've scored 4 times so far. On the ground to 3rd. Blum in plenty of time to end the inning. Red Sox send 9 men to the plate, score 4 times, and lead it 6-2. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway. This is John Martin, one of the fine photographers at NESN, with his Little League crew here tonight. Red Sox on top 6-2.
Some of those guys are too old to play Little League.
I don't know about that. It's part of the coaching staff.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
How old was Danny Almonte? 21, 22?
No, I don't think so. I just saw an article on him a little while ago. He's playing somewhere now.
Yeah, look up in the seats. Is that behind us?
Go Army! I'm on TV right now. Go Whalers! This place is insane.
I think those guys are behind us. We're up in the back row. Lance Berkman leading it off here in the top of the 6th inning. Berkman had Dalgo and Merced face Derek Lowe. He now has a 4-run lead to work with. This is sent down the line and left. And they go back into the seats foul. Berkman with a single back in the 1st inning is 1 for 2. Already with the 1-2. Berkman will slap it. Nomar at shortstop to throw him out. 6-3 on the putout of Berkman for the first out here of the 6th inning.
Keep cool as the summer heats up. Sport your summer threads. Get your Major League Baseball authentic caps, jerseys, T-shirts, and more at RedSox.com. The RedSox.com shop for all things baseball.
Love is in the air up here in the monster seats.
Some nice folks right behind us who have been very wow.
Oh, I got a ring from the other guy.
Very nice.
I don't understand.
Confusing situation at best. Eddie Sanchez throws out Richard Hidalgo, 2 down.
I'm going to leave you again after this half inning down for a while.
What?
You go for a walk.
So 2 down. Orlando Merced is 1 for 2. I think standing is the way to go. Have a better view of the pitches standing. In there for a strike. Standing is more comfortable.
Do I trust Adam to keep my scorecard again?
I wouldn't.
He was good, except that he missed a couple of hitters. That's all.
This is chopped towards second base. Everything's chopped tonight. 4-3 on the putout. I can't see it from here. 6-2 Red Sox. Bottom of the 6th inning back at Fenway. We're in a Remy free zone as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Jason Varitek led it off last inning with a double. They got it started for the Red Sox. A 4-run bottom of the 5th inning. Varitek doubling to begin last inning and scoring the 3rd Boston run. And this one will get away from Sarloos. Red Sox having to come from behind tonight as the Houston Astros, with solo home runs by Jeff Blum and Jeff Bagwell, had the 2-0 lead. With 6 unanswered runs for the Red Sox on top 6-2. A big bases clearing double for David Ortiz. Now the 1-2 will miss and evens up at 2-2 now to Varitek. After Varitek, Johnny Damon and Todd Walker to bat. And Varitek strikes out. So the first strikeout for Sarloos. And there's one away. Sunday on NESN Outdoors, the Mad Fisherman hooks up with Bruins broadcaster and WEEI talk show host Dale Arnold for some great largemouth bass action. So hook up with Charlie Moore, followed by Divers Down Northeast Journal and Camo Country. Sunday starting at 8 p.m. only on NESN. My goodness, that sounded and looked like it's going to be a lot of fun. One away for Johnny Damon, who's 2 for 3. Johnny with a couple of singles in the game. Things are getting a little bit more festive up here as time is going. Pitch line down the left field line, a fair ball. One hops into the seats. It'll be a ground rule double for Johnny Damon, who collects his 3rd hit of the night. And I would say Johnny Damon is back. A slow start for Damon, and lately he has been red hot. The game-winning home run last night, and this one he just takes the other way. So his third hit of the night, and for the Red Sox, they up their total to 9 hits. Johnny moving his batting average up to 254 with the 3 hits tonight. And here's Todd Walker. It's 2-0 now to Todd Walker. Tim Redding, the starter tonight for the Astros, went 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 8 hits. He was charged with all 6 runs, walked 3, 1 intentionally, and he struck out 1. Walker sends it to center. Biggio can't make the catch. He dives, and it gets by him. We'll have to run back to get it. Meanwhile, Damon's running homeward. Heading for third is Walker. Red Sox out a run and lead it 7-2. A gamble by the center fielder, Craig Biggio, and it works out great for the Red Sox. Todd Walker had to go down to get it. Biggio sort of slipped at the time that he was going to make the dive. Looked like his feet came from underneath him. And when it gets by him, no question, Damon's going to be able to score. And Todd Walker legging it all the way to third base. So another potential run just 90 feet away as Nomar stands in and swings at the first pitch, sending it foul up on the roof. Walked his last time up and scored. He's 0 for 2 in the game tonight. Line to center. Biggio coming in, and can he make the catch? He may have trapped it, and he did, as Walker will come in and score with the 8th Boston run. Biggio tried to make the play, but it one hops him, and the Red Sox grab another run. Biggio coming in. He looked like at first he may have a play, but traps him right up, one hopped it into the mitt. And he guns it back in to hold Nomar to a single. Garciaparra the single and an RBI. And the Red Sox lead it 8-2. Still just 1 out. Thank you. Very nice. Comes back bearing gifts. This is the biggest hot dog I have ever seen. Wow. We're going to play Where's Waldo last inning, but we played Where's Remy. We couldn't find you.
There's a lot of little secret hiding places around here I found.
Thanks for the dog. This is terrific. This is the biggest hot dog I have ever seen. And I'll eat it all.
Well, you got all over me for not bringing you one last time. There you go.
Thank you very much. Very kind gentleman. I've always said great things about you.
Yeah.
And he thought about swinging, but it's a strike anyway. They tell me that is a monster dog. A hot dog on steroids. It is huge.
That's illegal now, you know.
I'll eat it all. Danny with a count of 1-2. Chopped on the run, third baseman Blum to get Ramirez at first for out number 2. And up to second base goes Nomar. No action yet in the Boston bullpen as Derek Lowe's gone the first 6 innings. He has more of a lead to work with now. The Red Sox adding 2 more here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Red Sox have to be happy with the way interleague play has gone this season after what's been a miserable experience in the past.
Yeah, actually, for the last couple of years, has not been very good for the Red Sox, but you know, they had kind of an easy start to it. I shouldn't say easy, but the teams at the low end of the division But now this week, St. Louis, of course, a very good team, and another good team here in Houston.
Well, the intentional walk of David Ortiz, his second free pass tonight, given up by Houston pitching. And they'll go after Kevin Millar. Another tough inning here for Astros pitching. They have nobody warming. Saarloos came on last inning. Got the final out of the inning back out here for this inning. That's some interesting music that Kevin Millar has chosen when he comes up. I've heard it from where we normally are, but you don't really get the effect that you get out here with the speaker right behind it. Millar 1 for 2 with a walk.
You kill that hot dog, and I'll tell you, that just showed me something there.
Are you doubting me? I'm a fat guy. I'm hungry. It's a bad combination. This is popped up. Diving is Saarloos. He can't make the play. It's a fair ball. Stopped at third was Nomar. Ortiz up to second base. Saarloos diving, and it's a fair ball. See if Jimmy's going to argue this.
Yeah,
he's out of the dugout.
I think he is going to question it, but I don't think there's any doubt that that's a fair ball. Here's the dive by the pitcher, and yes, fair ball. Then deflected into foul territory. There was nobody at home for just a split second. Garciaparra thinking about scoring, but they quickly got to home to cover it up. Jimmy also might be checking on an injury here. Yeah, you see the trainer coming out now, so maybe he got hurt on that dive to try to make that play. There's the dive, and look at his face just go right into the white chalk. Wow.
He'll stay in the game as the Houston trainer checked him out. Jimmy Williams out there as well. And Trot Nixon batting with the bases loaded. Nixon tripled to drive in 2 in the 4th inning. He was walked in the 5th. Trot has 5 grand slams in his career. Down and away, 1-1. Well, the Red Sox sent 9 men to the plate in the 5th inning. Scored 4 times. Nixon is the 8th batter. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Foul outside of first. One and 2 to Nixon. 2 down in the inning. Bases loaded. Oh, very defensive move there by Nixon. It's a piece.
Starts his swing, and that breaking ball just follows Nixon, and fortunately he's able to just foul it off. Gives him another chance with the bases loaded.
Plate evens up at 2-2. Our booth up there is pitch dark. I wondered who was going to sit in our booth. Nobody is the answer. Base is loaded. Meantime called. Down and in. This time Nixon. No place to put Trout with a full count. And the Fenway faithful will come to their feet. And time called by Brad Ausmus, who wants to go out and talk to his pitcher. Well, the Red Sox able to take game 1 of the series, winning last night. And game 2, after trailing early in this one 2-0, Red Sox have come back, scoring a lot of runs. To the count. And the payoff pitch. Nixon strikes out to end the inning. So Sarlos gets out of any further damage, but the Red Sox add 2 to their total on top 8-2. Well, Jerry, that is by far the biggest hot dog I've ever had in my life, and you know that I can consume a hot dog or sometimes a hot dog and a half within an inning. That is all I could do in between innings. I mean, it was like a bite and a half.
I'm sure you'll kill it.
Oh, I think I will too, but it's going to take some time. Usually it's very, very quick. But that is an enormous hot dog. I'm not sure you brought me enough mustard.
The monster dog.
Brad Ausmus to lead it off. And he swings at the first pitch. Deep third. Long throw. Freddie Sanchez showing off the arm. Go to Tom Kerr, TC, where are you?
Don, we're on the other side of the field. Our Citizens Bank, not your typical fan, Corey Garwacki. We met him in Pittsburgh a week and a half ago, and he said at the time, after the hospitalization and the surgery, that he was hoping to get back to Boston at Fenway Park. Corey, welcome back to Fenway Park.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It feels great just to be home after 3 months out there, just to be home and actually getting to a game, which I haven't done for a while. So.
How do you like those monster seats? Now, you were trying to find Don and Jerry before in the monster seats. How do you like them?
I never knew how good a view you can get from here because I've never been on the roof box before, but I can see you guys perfectly.
Now, you had a couple of things. When we were down in Pittsburgh, you said you were dreaming of getting back here to Fenway Park. Tonight, you were telling me you were hoping to someday meet Don and Jerry.
Yeah, I've watched them on NESN for years, and I've always wanted to meet you guys. So hopefully, I will be able to do that soon.
Yes, you will. Not tonight, though. We're not going to bring you to the monster seat. Those guys are doing all they can to make it up there, but we're going to have you back. Corey, welcome back to Boston.
Thank you.
Corey Garwacki, our not your typical fare for the night, guys.
That's terrific, Tom. I'm glad we followed up on that as we had a chance to meet Corey earlier, and that's great. And we look forward to meeting him in person. We definitely have to have him up to the booth for a whole game.
Why not? Absolutely. Why not? Tell Tommy to ask him next time he can get here. As soon as he can get here, come join us in the booth for the whole game.
Done.
Jerry just said next time you get here, you can come and join him in the booth for the game. Would you like to do that?
Sure. Thank you.
He's polite, guys.
That's outstanding. Rizio sends it foul back off to the right.
Listen to this Fenway crowd chanting, Freddie, Freddie. How about the night that this kid has had defensively at third base?
9 assists from third base, and some of them have been spectacular. That last play was outstanding. Chopped, cut off by Sanchez. He'll handle all 3. Nicely done. The defensive clinic put on by Freddie Sanchez. What a night for Freddie Sanchez, who stands in to begin the inning, waiting on the 0-1. Grounded deep at second base, backhanded by Kent, who throws him out. So Freddie Sanchez retired 4-3. He's got 10 assists tonight from third base.
2003 Boston Red Sox official yearbook featuring full-page photos of each player of the Red Sox roster is now available. To order this 190-page collector's edition, send a check for $15 to Yearbook, P.O. Box 1616, Boston, Mass. 02130. I tell you, Don, what a night for Freddie Sanchez. This is one he will never forget. Chanting his name after he makes great plays.
Back is Berkman to make the catch into Rob Baratek, who hit it hard. 2 down.
And then he leads off the inning, and before he even gets in the batter's box, a standing ovation for him. He'll never forget this night.
I'm going to get the feeling there'll be more to come for that young man. Two away, back up to the top of the order for Johnny Damon, who's led the charge tonight for the Red Sox. A 3-hit performance for Johnny. 3 of the 12 Boston hits.
Well, I got a chance. These guys that are getting twisted next to me.
Yeah, new friends.
Yeah, they all want to wish their dad a happy Father's Day, because tomorrow, Bob Belangian, Bob Storer, Bill Moore, and Kelly Demers from the LTC crew. These guys over here, they've been getting twisted, but they want to wish their dads a happy Father's Day tomorrow.
Thanks, Remy.
All right, man.
There.
Have a couple more.
Rem's new friends.
It's on NESN.
And I noticed that the crowd here was chanting for Wally, so that you have brought Wally out for them, which is very kind of you. All of us just sharing a piece of his house tonight.
Yeah, this is a pretty big night for him, actually, you know, to have a big party up above his house like this. And of course, this thing will go on for hours after the game's over.
He was in negotiation with NESN for a long time to get us out here. That'll miss to Damon, and it's a full count. There's Wally.
Imagine him after this game down below in his house with all these people.
Unbelievable.
What do they call it, a rave? He's going to have a rave, I think.
In the air to center field. Biggio down below us. Makes the catch to end the inning. Red Sox go 1-2-3. We played 7. It's 8-2 Boston. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back on the monster seats here, ready for the top of the 8th. 8-2 Red Sox on top. As Derek Lowe back out on the mound to face Jeff Blum, Jeff Bagwell, and Jeff Kent. 2, 3, and 4 in the inning. And Blum goes chasing.
Oh my God!
What's the matter?
I just saw something.
What did he say?
Well, you never know what you're going to see up here in the bleacher seats.
A little festive up
monster
there.
Seats.
Yeah. Okay.
Just see the same thing I did?
Yes, I did. That's terrific. Lined into right center field. And there to play it is Nixon.
Well, stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis. Hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action's just beginning.
You never know what you're going to see. I think we should do the games from here every night. Forget the booth. It's so stuffy and high. Jeff Bagwell, 1 for 3. Bagwell homering in the 3rd inning. His 12th home run of the year. Line down the left field line. A fair ball. Grabbed by a fan, and they will award Bagwell second base. Blum will go to 3rd. And there's action in the Boston bullpen.
You know, it's interesting. Did that ball bounce up into the stands, or was it interfered with by a fan?
It looked like the umpire was giving the fan indication that he leaned over.
That's not necessarily then a ground rule double.
No.
Oh, it would have got by there anyway, so that is a good call. It probably would have got by that corner. It would have been a double anyway. It's tricky here at Fenway because it could hit that wall, pop back out, and be just a single. We've seen a lot of managers argue that play, but that one clearly would have got by that wall and down in the corner.
So the first 2 reach, runners at 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Jeff Kent 1 for 2. Kent singling back in the 1st inning. Grounded to short. Nomar will throw to 1st for the first out of the inning. Blum scores from 3rd. with the third Houston run, and it's now 8-3.
Well, you look at this scorecard tonight with Derek Lowe pitching, ground ball outs all over the place. Just the 2 home runs, solo home runs back in the first and the third. After that, the good sinker keeping the ball down, keeping the infielders busy, and Freddie Sanchez making some great plays for him down at third base.
One away. Bagwell stands at second base. Here's Lance Berkman, 1 for 3. Shot down the line, and a fair ball. The fan reaching over to grab that. They will award second base to Berkman. In from second comes Bagwell with the 4th run for Houston, and it's now 8-4. So Houston not going quietly as they continue to bat here in the 8th, and Grady Little's going to argue this. Or is he? No, he's just going to come out and maybe talk to Derek.
Looks like he's going to make the move to the bullpen.
He knew he was walking somewhere, and it's to get the baseball from Derek Lowe. Pitching change from Fenway.
Well, we mentioned it's been a big night defensively for Freddie Sanchez. Just give you a few highlights of some of the terrific plays he has made in this game behind Derek Lowe. Charging the ball, the off-balance throw, a strike to first base. How about that diving play to save a couple of runs earlier in the ball game? To the backhand, back on his feet, over the top with a strong arm. And that's kind of an easy one there, but that kind of completes the day for him.
10 assists. The Major League record for third baseman is 11. There's 6 guys with that. Ken McMullen, Mike Ferraro, Chris Sabo, Damon Phillips, Jerry Denny, and Deacon White all have done it 11 times. So more chances. The new pitcher is Jason Shield, who comes on.
Jason Shield just called up from Pawtucket a couple of days ago, making his 10th appearance. His last came against New York back on May 19th. He went in 2/3 in that game. Those are his numbers at the Major League level.
Richard Hidalgo takes ball 1. Derek Lowe still responsible for Lance Berkman, who stands at second base. Lowe went 7 1/3 innings, giving up 9 hits. So far touched for 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 1. I gave up the hot dog, Jerry, to a gentleman behind us who wanted the rest. I couldn't do it.
He ate it?
Ate it. I got about halfway through, couldn't finish it. This fine gentleman over my right shoulder finished it. Big swing from Hidalgo. Shield gets it by him. Hidalgo has used Freddie Sanchez at third 3 times tonight. Grounding out 3 times to Freddie.
Well, Shield, a one-time member of the Padres organization. Red Sox picking him up in the offseason. The 3 outings last year for San Diego. He's been with the Braves and the Padres.
The right side back and out of play. What amazes me is how close you are to Manny out here. I'm looking down. He has to hear it every night, I imagine, over his shoulders. The fans really right on top of Ramirez.
This is certainly a different experience, and if you ever get the chance to come to the ballpark and get a hold of one of these tickets, you got to do it. I mean, it's even if it's only once, you've got to get up here and take a look at this. I mean, for years and years, that screen was up. This is a new look for everybody, and it really is a great look.
It's pretty awesome. 2-2 grounded to shortstop. Garciaparra with the throw and the out. And on to third base goes Berkman with now 2 down in the inning.
Designated hitter, number 16,
That doesn't give you really, you know, when you look at it through a camera, it looks so far away. But when you're sitting here, I mean, you're right on top of the field.
Yeah. Orlando Merced 1 for 3. Shield only at 92 miles per hour.
Yeah, as he throws to Merced, Alan Embry has been loosening in the Red Sox bullpen. He's ready, just kind of hanging around out there right now.
I didn't realize it, but I saw a picture before the game of Kurt Gowdy and your old partner Ned Martin. And they did games, I guess, from the bleacher.
Is that right?
Bleacher area at one point. I don't know how many they did, or maybe it was just one time, but a shot of them out there doing the game.
I bet if it was a hot day, Ned was in his bathing suit.
Harry Carey for years did it out in the bleachers with his favorite cocktail of choice and his shirt off. That'd be a good look for you. Maybe throw a tank top on, come on out here. And
if we do it again and it's real hot, you know, I'm going to start lifting a little bit and
show your guns,
get juiced up, and come out here and wear a tank top.
Your friends over here to the right are getting twisted.
That's been this.
Several top say this is going to cost NESN a fortune if you're still paying for them.
Oh, the card's out. I mean, the card's out. It's everybody. It's on.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Very generous. There's his twisted friends, as he accurately described. They're our friends now. We've really become one up here. Strike 3. Shield does a nice job. Comes on and gets the final 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Red Sox on top 8-4. Back in the monster seats at Fenway as we take a look at the game summary so far in this one before we head to the bottom of the 8th. David Ortiz, a bases clearing double. Rod Nixon with a 2-run triple. And Freddie Sanchez had some kind of night defensively with 10 assists at third base. Tim Redding, the starter for the Astros, chased after 4 2/3 innings. And Derek Lowe is a pitcher of record for the Red Sox at the moment, working 7 1/3 tonight. And he gives up 4 runs. The new pitcher is Billy Wagner.
You're going to see a little heat here from Wagner. He'll be 97, 98, 99, and maybe 100 with his fastball. He's a closer, 19 saves and 20 opportunities. But he can throw hard.
We'll face Walker, Garciaparra, and Ramirez. Fouled off. The Red Sox, in the midst of interleague play, still have the Phillies and Marlins left to play as part of their interleague schedule this year. Oh my goodness.
What was that?
This is right to our left.
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
Was that on live?
Yeah. I'm afraid so. I'm very afraid. Strike 3 to Todd Walker, who waved at that pitch. Out number 1.
Not only does he have the fastball, but Wagner also has the breaking ball to go along with it. A nasty combination.
Here comes Nomar with 1 down. You know, you generally have people take care of you. Do you have people to take care of us to get us out of here after the game? Do you
I've already made arrangements, Don.
I'm very happy about that.
That's something I thought about many weeks ago.
Okay, good.
And if you don't hurry, you won't be able to take advantage of that.
Not part of the traveling
That's
crew
right.
if I don't get myself together. Well, why don't I start packing now then? Because I have extra stuff. I have media guides. Comcast T-shirt, all kinds of stuff that needs to be packed. Up and in. Sending Omar back out of the way at 97 miles per hour. Inside and Omar, 2-1. Now the 1-2. Nomar sends it out to center field. Biggio heading back in front of the track to reel it in. 2 down. Down for Manny Ramirez. 1 for 4. Manny singled and scored in the 4th inning.
Okay.
Who are we talking to? Hearing voices again?
I'm talking to the truck.
Oh, how's everybody doing?
Good.
This is chopped to third, and misplayed there by Blum, but stays with it and throws out Ramirez to end the inning. 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th, on to the 9th, 8-4 Boston. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by New England Ford dealers, and by the Bone and Joint Center at Caritas St. Elizabeth, where you don't have to be an all-star to be treated like one. Well, we're on to the top of the 9th inning back at Fenway. 8-4 Red Sox on top, and Alan Embry into the game.
Embry making his 24th appearance. His last is Thursday against St. Louis. An inning, a hit, a run, no walks, no strikeouts in that game.
And Osmus leading it off. He was 0 for 3 groundouts tonight. Mason Shield did a nice job in 2/3 of an inning, striking out 1. Derek Lowe, the pitcher of record right now for the Red Sox, 7 1/3 tonight, 9 hits, 4 runs. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Sends it foul off the right side. Is that the first time you've ever done a game out of the booth?
Yeah, certainly from this angle. A couple of times in Oakland we got moved way down the first baseline because all the other booths were taken, but never from this position here.
Embry gets him to begin things in the 9th. Osmus down by way of the K.
Now, this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
34,562 on hand here tonight for Game 2 of the 3-game series. Adam Everett 0 for 3 groundouts in the game. Wagner was pretty good velocity, and Embry lately his velocity has been pretty good. That pitch was 93 miles per hour. Red Sox and Astros with 1 game left in this 3-game series. Tomorrow, the Onion Kim on the mound against Wade Miller, right-hander going tomorrow for the Astros. Now the 0-2 pitch got him. Making it look easy. Back-to-back Ks to begin things in the 9th.
Well, we saw some heat from Billy Wagner, seeing some heat here from Alan Embry. His velocity over the last couple of weeks has really gone up.
It's actually, you know, started the season 90-91. He's up 94-95 now. And that's the Embry that we saw last year.
Two down for Craig Biggio, 1 for 4. Takes ball 1. Where are your guys?
My guys are right here, ready to roll.
Okay,
we
good.
got them all lined up. We're set.
That's your guys?
That's one guy.
Where's your other guy?
Up top.
Gonna need more guys than that. Line to third, and Freddie Sanchez with a great grab and the exclamation point on this one. It's had some kind of game tonight and makes a terrific grab to end the ball game.
Well, typical way to finish this ball game for Sanchez. He's had a great night defensively, takes it a base hit away, and gives the Red Sox the win tonight. The Foxwoods chance play of the game. David Ortiz with the double back in the 5th inning to clear the bases. Slaps it to the opposite field. A little trouble getting the ball out of the corner right here for Brookman. 3 runs come across. The Red Sox scored 4 total in that inning. The Foxwoods chance play of the game.
So once again, the Red Sox in this one with the victory, and David Ortiz with quite a night. He was among many of them as the Red Sox enjoyed a great night. So did we. What was a lot of fun out here tonight in the Green Monster seats. And Jerry's guys are ready to roll, so we're ready to roll. Well, the final score again. The Red Sox win at 8-4. It's now time for the WB Masons Extra Innings with Bob Rogers and Bob Tewksbury. Boys.
All right, Tony, lots of fun watching those guys out there tonight.
We're going to do our show from out there. That was awesome.
I don't know about that, but I'll tell you this. It continues. We invite somebody on WB Mason's Extra Innings, and they have a huge ball game. The other night, Nomar was invited. He had a huge game. Tonight, it was Freddie Sanchez.
Freddie was awesome at third base. He had one ball where he was a little unsure, still made the play.
One of the first plays, actually.
After that, he saved 2 runs. What a night.
And he's going to be our guest on WB Mason's Extra Innings coming up next.